What's going on, metal fans? I'm up here in Canada right now in the middle of the Canadian Rockies. So, Canadian metal fans, if you're walking around in the middle of nowhere up in the mountains, you might see me. Anyway, this is a special show. I'm going to be playing all kinds of stuff from the upcoming Ozfest meets Knotfest. It's going to be outside of LA in September, and it's apparently America's answer to all those awesome summer metal fests in Europe. So, I got my tickets. You should get your tickets. Let's get this show started with the granddaddy of them all. The headliners on night one, Black Sabbath. This is God is Dead. Yeah, we're back on Heavy Metal Television, and I am Whiplash, your host, up here from the beautiful Canadian Rockies. That there is Banff National Park behind me. So let's get back to the metal. From Finland on this year's Ozfest, Children of Bodom. This is Downfall. Whiplash back with you here on Heavy Metal Television. Going through an all Ozfest meets Knotfest show today. Going to show you all kinds of bands that are going to be playing outside of LA in September at that amazing festival. I'll be there. You should be there. Alright, going to play you now one of those songs by one of those bands that you just can't tell your mom you're going to go see. This is Goatwhore with their song named after what I assume is going to happen at the Ozfest, Apocalyptic Havoc. More from Heavy Metal Television right now. I'm your host Whiplash, and I'm playing you Ozfest meets Knotfest bands all day through this show. So, let's get on with the music. This is Devil Driver with a song that grammatically, I can't handle the title of it, but I know you like this stuff, so here it is. I Could Care Less. Hey, Devil Driver, it's I Couldn't Care Less. Whiplash here, continuing to bring you the heavy metal. This is Black Label Society, another one of this year's Ozfest meets Slipknot, Ozfest meets Knotfest bands. Say that 5 times fast. This is Stillborn. Alright, you are watching my Ozfest meets Knotfest show. I'm going to play you something now that's going to be early in the day on day one, the Ozfest day. This is a band called Nails. Make sure you show up early and check out all the bands, because that's how you find new stuff. And of course, watching us is how you find new stuff. Here you go, Nails. What's going on, headbangers? This is Whiplash. You know, I'm doing an all Ozfest meets Knotfest show today, so I'm going to try to play all the bands that are on that festival. Now, that doesn't mean I'm a huge fan of all of them, and if you watched my show that I did earlier about how I'll play these bands one time for you because you like them and I don't, you probably saw this band. But I'll play it again because they're on Ozfest. This is Huntress with Zenith. Alright, these festivals that we're celebrating today, they have new bands, they have old bands, they have something for everybody. Let's go back to one of the big four of thrash, because 3 of the big 4 of thrash are going to be at the Ozfest meets Knotfest festival. So, here's Megadeth with one of my personal favorites of all time, Peace Cells. Yes, we are back here on the Whiplash Show on Heavy Metal Television. I'm here in the Canadian Rockies bringing you the metal. I'm going to be moving down south just a few days, and in September I'll be hitting Southern California for the Ozfest meets Knotfest festival. So, on with the metal. Here are more bands for you that are going to be on this year's festival. Let's go to Municipal Waste, one of the newer bands there, bringing back the thrash circa 1990. Good stuff. This is The Fatal Feast. Whiplash back here with you. I'm doing all the Ozfest meets Knotfest bands tonight. This one is one of the top 3 bands. I believe it's the second to last band right before Black Sabbath on night 1, the Ozfest night. This is Disturbed with Down with the Sickness. You may have heard this in one of my favorite horror movies, the remake of Dawn of the Dead. Anyway, check it out. Whiplash here on Heavy Metal Television, talking Ozfest meets Knotfest. Gonna play you something now by Cataclysm. This is one of those bands that you should check out if you don't know them. Well, you should check out all of these bands if you don't know them. Anyway, Cataclysm, Push the Venom. Hey, it's Whiplash back with you here on Heavy Metal Television. We're going through all the Ozfest meets Knotfest bands tonight. and I'm going to play you something now by one of my favorite bands, Opeth. Now, unfortunately, being a festival, Opeth isn't headlining, and with the length of their songs, they probably will get maybe 3-4 songs if we're lucky. But that does not mean you shouldn't be there checking them out, because they're amazing. If you like prog metal mixed with death metal, mixed with black metal, mixed with just about everything, and the comedy stylings of frontman Michael Ackerfeld, you're going to love Opeth. So check it out. Here is The Porcelain Heart. You're back watching Heavy Metal Television with your host Whiplash here, going through the Ozfest meets Knotfest bands. And I don't know why I keep stumbling over that. I keep wanting to say Slipknot, but it's Knotfest. But anyway, I digress. I'm almost out of Ozfest bands, and I wanted to play some Hatebreed, but it's come to my attention that we don't have any Hatebreed videos currently. So, listen to Hatebreed. I'm sorry, I got nothing to play for you. We're going to move on to day 2. This is Knotfest. We might as well start off with Slayer, because it's Slayer. Alright, you are watching the Whiplash Show on Heavy Metal Television. I'm up here in the Canadian Rockies, Banff National Park, bringing you the metal. Now those of you who are back in my home state of Arizona, I'm sorry you're in 120 degrees right now. It's about 55 degrees right now here. Anyways, Knotfest, second day of the Ozfest meets Knotfest Festival in September, just outside of LA. I will be there, you should be there, and we're playing you all the bands. Here are the headliners for day 2. Knotfest means Slipknot. Here's Wait and Bleed. Okay, we just got a couple more blocks for you here on tonight's Whiplash Show. So, I'm going to play you one more Knotfest band. Coming up in September, you got to see these guys. This is Overkill. Back when thrash was king, almost everybody came out of San Francisco, but not these guys. This is an East Coast band, and they're still around, still kicking ass, and you can see them on the Ozfest meets Knotfest. Overkill. Alright, my headbanger metalhead friends, this is the end of another Whiplash Show. I'm going to play you one last block, and we're going to kick it off with one of the bands I'm most excited to see at the Knotfest day of Ozfest meets Knotfest. This is Death Angel, one of the greatest thrash bands of all time, and unlike most thrash bands, getting better with time. Their new album is sick. So, I'm leaving you with Death Angel. Enjoy it, and I will see you tomorrow. Stay hard.